Hey everybody, remember this guy? Made with the Spellbinders Labels 8? Well, I was taking a stroll down memory lane a couple of days ago and rediscovered this guy. And I thought, you know what, just a fun little thing to play around with. Well, I did, and I thought I would share with you a couple of designs that I came up with. And, you know, they're not really different from anyone that I have seen except for the use of the papers and the embellishments. So, here we go. I'm going to make it on a 5x7 card because the largest die makes a 5x7. And of course these go down to very small sizes, so you could make small gift tags with Santas on them. Well, not Santas, Snowman, excuse me. First thing I need to do is cut a piece of card for the background. And as you know, I like mine to have a 16th inch border rather than an 8th inch border. So I will cut the width 4 7/8. And the height will be 6 7/8. 5x7 cards, just taking an 1/8 of an inch. Now do I want I think I want the bottom. Yeah, I want the top to be complete. Decisions. Okay. As you know, I have a thing about square corners. So, use a small side of my crocodile corner chomper. Do the same thing to the card. Now these outer edges, if you try to do them together, they're not going to come out right because your card overlaps, so it can be opened easily. The folded edge you do together, of course. Okay, so I am going to get some tea dye and go around the edges. It's Tim Holtz Distress Ink. It's water-based, so if you use it, be aware that it reacts with water. I'm a spiller, so I keep liquids away from my workspace as much as I can. Okay, that'll be a pretty background. I'm going to adhere this down because I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm not going to be wrapping any ribbon or anything around this. So I am going to use my tape gun with my really sticky tape I get from Tape Jungle. Otherwise I would be gluing these down. Humidity is not your friend. boy, that would make a pretty cover for anything. Okay, so the next thing is you need to cut two you need to cut twice, once with the black and once with the white. And then you'll have enough to make 2 cards. I have this glitter paper that I have had for quite a while, and so I'm going to use it. We'll be cutting this in half in just a second. Get some black. This glitter paper is Colorbok, C-O-L-O-R-B-O-K, and I think you can still get it. I think I have seen it at Walmart. But I happened to get mine on clearance when my Big Lots was closing down. And yeah, the glitter plays heck on your cutting blades. Get a piece here. I need to cut some more of that in just a minute. Let's get our second piece cut. Done with that for now. Okay, I need a strip 1 1/8 inch wide and 4 3/4 long. And that makes the brim of his hat. Take this guy and use my small corner chomper on it. Perfect corners. Okay, now these we need to cut in half this way. case you're wondering, you can still get Labels 8. You can find it online. Okay. I'm going to etch the black pieces. They're white core paper. So again, this is Tim Holtz Distress Black Soot. Let me find my cloth and wipe the glitter down. I just use a microfiber cloth. It probably works as good as any of the expensive cloths people are trying to sell out there. Okay, now the next thing is to adhere these to your card. Ooh, I like things that already have lines on them. And you want a high center because you can put a bow or a piece of ribbon down there to look like a scarf, or you could put a sentiment down there if you wanted to. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm using tape. This would go down with glue, no doubt. This black glitter just gets everywhere. I am forever cleaning it up. But it's so worth it. It's such a pretty project. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is place the hat band, and it goes just below the line. Now I am going to glue down just 3 edges because I'm going to tuck something under the hat band. And I know I'm going to tuck something under the hat band. So, spread out a little bit so it doesn't gush. I need eyes, and this is a 1 inch, it's a 1/2 inch circle punch. 1/2 inch. Oh, bother. Eyes will go here. This is a 1/2 inch strip of the white that I have used bright persimmon on, and I just dabbed it on until I got it the color depth that I wanted. So now you take this and cut it to 3/4 inch long. Now stand it tall and then cut it diagonally corner to corner, and that gives you 2 nose pieces. Edges with the right persimmon. And one nose will go left and one nose will go right. No, both go left. Unless I flipped it over, which I didn't do. Okay, so I have left noses. Now, for the mouth, these are just normal, everyday 3-hole, 2-hole, single-hole punches. I used my 3-hole because I can't find my handheld. Moved one too many times, and I'm not going to put you through the pain of watching me punch out these holes. I use 5. I use the chin as a guide. And again, glue. You can do this. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm using my quick stick because it's easier than anything else. This is a new acquisition for me and I just love it. Oh sure, the glitter made it not sticky. Still love it. Okay, look at that. We got a nice smile. Let's glue down the nose. Eyes. Oh, this is one heck of a fun project you could do with your kids to make homemade Christmas cards. You know, if they're not old enough to do the cutting on their own, all the better for you. You get to spend more time hanging out with them. I miss my kids being little. I miss my grandkids being little. Okay. Now I'm going to use my my white gel pen, and I'm going to give his eye some highlights, and it does work. It writes on here just fine. Look at that. Too cute. But we are not done. I'm going to put a V ribbon in his hat. And, excuse me while I get my ribbon. I did some housekeeping today, so everything's put away. Alright. I want this ribbon. And I want this ribbon. And I'm going to cut 7 inches. My 1/2 inch tape. You could use score tape for this. You could glue it down if you wanted to, but if you do glue it, give it some time to dry before you try to work with it. Much on each side. So I'm going to put my ribbon up here, and then I'm going to trim this. I'm going to find half, which is 3.5. And I want these ends straight. I'll take a 1/4 inch off. Now, I want a divot in there, so I'm going to fold it in half and cut from the fold up to the corner. See how that does that? Do it again on this one. Fold it in half. Let me zoom in so you can see this. My ribbon and fold it in half. The top corner, I'm going to cut it from the fold out. And there it is. Zoom back out again. Okay, so this is way too long. But I'd rather have it way too long than way too short. to cut it off at about here. Hello. Okay, I'm going to glue these two together because I like the way this is setting. Now I'm going to put a little glue on both sides here. Just going to tuck that in there until I like the way it looks. Okay. I have some flowers and some ivy that I have cut out. Now the holly. The holly, again, I took my white and I used mowed lawn this time to give it the green. It's not as dark as I would like, but we're going to go with it anyway. The white flowers are in lieu of snowflakes. I don't have a snowflake die. I suspect I'm going to have to rectify that one of these days. Take the flowers. This is my stamping mat, but I want to give these a little bit of dimension. So I have a ball tool. They come in 3, and they're just a couple of dollars for the set. And I take the center one, and the large end of the center one I use for my scoring. And any of them I would use for helping create the dimension of the flowers. But this one I'm going to use the smaller end of the middle one because it seems about the right size for this. We'll just see how those petals just sort of curl up and come alive. Of course, you don't have to do this. And if you don't have a ball tool, the tip of a paintbrush, a wooden skewer, if you're careful, anything that would help you break down the fibers in the paper, and that's what you're doing, is you're breaking down the fibers so they'll curl up. Do it gently. You don't have to go gangbusters. Once you get going, you'll know how much pressure you have to put on these. I used an EK Success punch. It has this daisy, a kind of a scalloped background that will go behind this, and a leaf on it. And I just wanted the daisy petals. And I'm thinking I'm going to put 3 flowers on here. I may not, but I'm going to get 3 ready. Part of the fun of creating is that you really do get to change your mind as you go along. You know, I may just use single petals. I don't know that I'm liking that. Let's put the holly underneath and see if that helps me out any. Maybe only one holly. And maybe just one double-petaled flower. Alright, let's glue this together and see what this looks like. I'm not going to know until I do. Alright, I'm liking that. Okay, here we go, committing. Yeah, the persimmon was on the mat when I did the green. Okay. Go. Now I am going to find something red to pop in the middle of that. Let me see what I've got. I have got these lovely big thistles. And now maybe something down here to look like he's wearing a scarf. What have I got? What have I got that would be interesting? Probably not that. Probably not that. That's too wide. Alright, I gotta go dig in my other ribbon drawer. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Went through my drawers and I found this really cool ribbon. I think it'll look really great with the background that I put on the card. Clear some of this away. I'm going to do something else. Straight edge is good. A little bit longer than the card. Just want to put a knot in the middle. Not too tight a one. I'm going to snip these. So it looks like fringe. Right there. That is going to look awesome. Some glue here. For goodness sakes. Okay, I want to do this again. I'm going to use glue dots. Tiny bit of heat to dry that. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Fringe it again. Dots. Those are the little ones. Oh, for goodness sakes. No, there they are. There's the big dogs.